Right, today we've got a baffle plate to burn out from heat. I've just took it out. I've put screws to hold it in position because I'm going to cut along the edges here. I'm going to take this piece off and we're going to put this second hand piece, what I cut out of another heater in. So I'll just cut this. I'm going to seize up. Pretty hard on the disc. What I'll do is I'll undercut both this sides out, and when I do that I'll turn it back on because I'm trying to get short because I'm kind of rushed. I've got the heater going, I want to put it back in. Got the tiniest little bit to go right here, and that's one side of it cut off. Taken 4 cut-off wheels. This is the 4th one here. You can see that gap in there. I think you should be able to see that gap where I've cut it. It's only holding on by a little bit there. So what we'll do is we'll come around the other side and we're going to cut this one off. Same way. see, it's hard going. You got to keep on changing the disc, but once you get a start, like I've got here where I've been cutting into it, you're all right. Cut through on both sides. So let's try and get this plate off. All right, now what I have to do is get a grinding wheel, and we'll grind this down. But before we do that, let's bring another old piece of shit over here. Make sure it fits. Because we need to make sure we weld it the same. So what I have to do is cut it off this end. Oh, that's me dog, baby. Give it a look. He's keen to get out. Come on, matey. Hey. So, this does have a bit of a bow in the plate. A slight bow. But that's how that plate, whoops, that's how that plate come off. Like that, so we're just going to make sure it's square and even. And the reason why I've attached these brackets to the wood is because this is where the heater holes are when I go to put it back in. So if I stuff this up, I won't be able to get the plate back in the heater. So that's why I've got it like that. So what I'll do now is I'll just get a grinding wheel and I'll grind these, but I won't show you. And then we'll get ready to weld this plate on. And yeah, because it's like it wants to rain and then it doesn't want to. I've got this stick weld I'm going to weld it with. And yeah, once I clean this up and I go to get the plate in position and tack it, that's only boring anyway, welding, but I'll show you a little bit of it. Alright, I've got the plate, put some welds on it, a couple of welds. So what we're going to do is try and take the plate off. And I've got to try and weld it properly without knocking it. Go and get something for this. Get them screws out. Alright, this is what I'm up to. I've got the plate welded. I put some bullshit tack welds. I won't show you the welding process, but I've just got the stick welder because I don't want to wreck the lens of my camera either. I've just put a good solid weld here, and I'll put one on the other side just so this doesn't break off. And I'm going to weld this from here all the way along, and I'll turn around inside it. Inside it, and I'll weld it inside too. I'll have to clean inside up a little bit, but I'll continue on welding here. Once I weld edges, I'll give you a look at it. Here's the old plate. Absolutely destroyed. All burnt out and warped too. The material what I'm putting in here is it was heat treated material that was out of that old firebox. That plate what I've welded in here, it's actually heat treated. If you actually use just a standard piece of metal for your plate, it'll actually warp and it won't last very long, will burn out. This is the original plate out of the heater. It's never been changed. So it did pretty good for its age. Last as long as it did. But yeah, I'll weld this up and I'll show you once I get it finished. Right, I've just run a weld all the way along this side. I've got to turn it round now and do the other side. Already done here. I'm going to have to grind this shit off it, clean that up. But my next weld's going to be in here and on the other side of it. So let's give the bottom a quick grind, or wire brush it. Make sure I don't melt nothing because everything's really hot. whole boring process. Alright, I finished welding up the baffle plate. Give us a look at it. Trying to look at my welding, it's not the best. But I put a decent weld on here. Decent one on here, and I've done a bit on that underneath it. And that's the baffle plate fixed for the heater. I've cut it. I cut it off camera. I didn't shut this. Have to do a trim up to cut it down to size. These bits off it. But yeah, it turned out alright. And I finished the last. And that's how you make a baffle plate for a heater. How you fix it up. Old one out, new one in.